Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me on a Friday night. Oh my God, it's Friday. Oh my God, dropped the phone there. Holy moly. Wow, all this stuff came up. You know, the joys of doing stuff live, you never know what's gonna happen. All right, so I put my glasses on so I can see what the heck is going on here. Oh, there's my hand. Got my glasses on. Okay. All right, we are live, and I think this is pretty solid. And happy Friday. You know, I hope you guys are out there having a good time, having some sort of fun. It's been quite the week. Like, oh my, hard to believe it's almost the end of the month. So I had wanted to read a short script I wrote last time I did a live. I read a short story that was a horror, and that short story I adapted into a screenplay. So that was called Suitcase of Secrets, and I wrote a screenplay from it called The Suitcase. I have not done any type of reading on it. I do want to take it into production, so I thought because it is Friday, it would be fun to read. I actually have a lot of fun doing that too, which is it's different, right? There are so many people who go live and they speak about so many different things, but I haven't seen anyone actually read from scripts. So anyway, I got home from work. I work in a law firm. Wow, I look tired because it's probably because I am tired. It's like, my hair is going all over the place. Yeah, I had a really long day today, very busy day, but it was all good. It was all good. So I'm excited. So I am going to jump in and read this. We're getting into Halloween season, which is fun. And oh wow, let's see. I'm gonna wow, it's saying to invite people as guests. But you know what? If you want to come on, great. And if you don't, that's cool too, because we're just in this flow and this rhythm. Before I get started though, something I was really thinking about a lot today. Like really thinking about was the universal laws. You know, a lot of people don't really know about the 12 universal laws. And one that really stuck out to me was cause no harm. That was big. You know, cause no harm. That really is a big one, because I think we as people kind of naturally do it. Causing no harm seems to not really be in our realm of consciousness. So I kind of want to put that out there in this realm of consciousness, which is interesting because I am writing a horror script that deals with harm, where people exert harm for entertainment. And that kind of bothers me. But I tell myself it's entertainment, but it's just something to be aware of. So in this world of ours, you know, cause no harm, that is a universal law. But if you really start thinking about it, you know, just by merely existing, we're causing harm one way or another. Oh, wow. All these things are passing by and I can't really see them. But so yeah, I'm going to read The Suitcase, and I just want to give a warning that there is a suicide trigger in case anyone gets upset by that. And wow, the light seems kind of weird, probably because it is about 10 o'clock at night and I haven't quite figured out how to do lighting for nighttime, but that's okay. So I'm going to read The Suitcase, which is adapted from the short horror story I wrote called Suitcase of Secrets. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. All right, I plan on being the woman. I guess you could say I wrote it for myself, but I am open to directing it and having someone else in there. And I'm also open to hearing people's critiques or their feedback. Okay, so thanks for joining me. I greatly appreciate it, and happy Friday to you. And yeah, I would love to hear your comments afterwards. So it is called The Suitcase. All right, upscale house night, a suitcase, well made, expensive, loved, stained with blood from a long time ago. Illuminated by a single light from the bedroom, ferocious winds bang on the wall. An evacuation warning buzzes on a smartphone. A manicured hand, adorned in age spots, grabs its handle. The front door flings open, flooding the room with black smoke. The woman coughs. In her rush, the suitcase bangs into the wall, causing her to drop her legal papers. They flutter to the ground. Her phone relentlessly beeps. The woman and the suitcase dive into the uncertainty outside. The savage winds slam the door shut. Interior boutique hotel room night. A door swings open. A light turns on in the dusty room. Rayanne, 50, elegant and refined, enters, exhausted. Remnants of remodeling remain in the room. Framed floral artwork leans against the wall. She sets her suitcase by the bed. Her feet slide out of her black Louboutins in rhythm to her beeping phone. The mandatory evacuation warning demands attention. She shuts it off. With a heavy sigh, Rayanne gazes through the window. Fire rages in the distance. The windows shake from the wild winds. Rayanne slams the curtain shut. Noticing her hands, her fingers rub the offending spots. Catching sight of herself in a mirror, her face illuminates the youthful appearance. Her eyes cast doubt of a life well lived. The mirror's reflection of the suitcase holds her attention, partially paralyzing her. Its magnetic pull beckons her. Her fingers outline the dried blood on the suitcase. Licking her fingers, she rubs the spot to no avail. Frustrated, she pauses. Looking up, the bathroom sink. She rushes to it. The old faucet sputters out water. The suitcase bides its time. Returning with a wet towel, Rayanne scrubs the stain to no avail. Overwhelmed, she lays on the floor, staring into the ceiling. Interior boutique hotel room 3 years ago. A phone camera snaps photos of an unmade bed, evidence of infidelity, clothes scattered across the room, condom wrappers on the floor, empty champagne bottle. Lover's laughter wafts from a shower behind the bathroom door, left slightly ajar. Click, click, click. The water shuts off. The phone camera takes aim towards the bursts of mirth from the bathroom. Max, 55, buff and half naked with only a towel, unknowingly steps into the phone camera's frame. The flash goes off. Behind him, Evie, 30, draped in only a towel, sees Rayanne and immediately scurries into the bathroom, locking herself in. What the fuck? Rayanne, hello, Max. Evie, you can come out. No sense hiding anymore. Evie, Max, you said you told her. Oh? What could you possibly say, Maxie Poo? Calm down. Nothing is going on. Rayanne throws a thick manila envelope at him. He catches it, nearly dropping his towel. No, of course not. What is going on is that you're going to sign your share of the business and the house over to me. You're insane. I'd bet the board would love to see the photos. One day, Evie, got some really good ones over the last 6 months. High def. Kudos for no cellulite. Evie, you always were an ass. Man, Max. You got this all wrong, Rayanne. Tomorrow, or these go public, you'll go down with me. Evie opens the door. Her eyes plead with Rayanne. Max grabs her by the arm, pulling her close to him, seething. Don't be a fool. I love you. This means nothing. Don't you hear me? Evie, you sure you want this? Yanking her arm out of his grasp, Rayanne strides. Tomorrow, as she leaves. The door slams behind her. Exterior room, continuous. Rayanne bursts into tears. And a flashback. Interior boutique hotel room, night. Opening the safe in the closet is jammed with files. Rayanne takes out a folder marked hotel deed. Her phone buzzes. She clears the evac warning. Several texts pop up from Matthew. Are you safe? Did you get out? Call me. Where are you? Mom, where are you? She clicks Matthew's name. A photo of a 19-year-old with old Hollywood vibes fills the screen. The call goes to voicemail. Matthew, if I were around, I'd answer, but I'm not, so I won't. Maddie, baby, hi. I'm safe. I'm safe. Don't worry. Hope you, your dad, and Evie are having fun in Hawaii. I'm so glad you're all together and not here. Honey, another warning makes your phone vibrate. She can't bring herself to tell him she loves him. Rayanne shuts her phone off. With a hotel deed in hand, she signs it over to Matthew. Taking a photo of it, she texts it to him. She focuses on the bloodstains on her unopened suitcase. Her mother's legs appear before her, in stockings and high heels with a fashionable skirt just below her knees. Rayanne looks up. Her mother's kind face looks down at her. Mother, must you be so morose? Life is meant to be lived, Rayanne. Now get that cute little ass of yours out of here and live it. Like you lived your life, Mother? The image of her mother fades away. Tenaciously, she opens her suitcase. Stacks of notebooks and vintage handwritten love letters nuzzle in the silk lining. Within a secret compartment, she takes out a photo of a handsome young man perched on the edge of a hotel bed. A framed floral painting, the same one leaning against the wall, hangs on the wall behind him. The photo inscription reads, "Forever yours, William." Smudged ink indicates the date of August 7th, 2002. William, voiceover, I'll always be here. Sorrow and longing creep over her. Her chest tightens. Always. Metal gleams between the fabric within the case. Reaching for it, she retrieves a scalpel. A flash of William's bloodied head rests on her suitcase. His head nestles under his arm, facing down. A bloodied scalpel sticks out from under him. Interior, room 444, 18 years ago. Backlit, a 32-year-old Rayanne reads a letter by the window under the glare of the setting sun. The letter slips from her fingers, floating to the carpet. Her mother picks it up with a quick glance over. Go to Max. You have a baby to take care of. Matthew needs you. They both do. Go home. I never should have married him. Well, you did. Dad and I bought you tickets to Europe. Go, get away and cement to your family. Be happy, love. End of flashback. Interior, hotel room, night. Rayanne slams the suitcase shut. Thunderous rumbles of rotating blades above the building shake the walls. Helicopter police officer off screen from a bullhorn. Attention residents! This is the police! A fast-moving wildfire is heading your way. Evacuate immediately. Repeat, evacuate immediately. The cold scalpel shines in Rayanne's hands. She shivers. With urgency, Rayanne searches through the cabinets and drawers which collected memories of her son's childhood and her useless personal belongings over the years. Interior boutique hotel room flashback 18 years ago. A floral painting hangs on the wall. Rayanne's mother holds a hotel key ring filled with keys. Mother, the hotel is yours. I suggest you always keep a room for yourself to do whatever you want. End of flashback. Interior hotel boutique room. In a drawer, Rayanne finds a bag with several prescription bottles, all empty, except one. She empties the contents into her pocket. Rayanne sneaks a peek through the window. Billows of smoke blanket the horizon, sprinkled with the red lights of fire trucks. Interior Matthew's bedroom 3 years ago. Matthew, 16, propped up on his unmade bed, plays a video game on his phone. Matthew! She smacks the phone out of his hand. Listen to me! What? Her eyes scan his disaster of a room with dirty clothes everywhere, fast food wrappings on his desk, an overflowing garbage can. She fights back tears, holding it together. Your dad wants to know if you're going to live with him or stay with me. Their eyes lock. Neither one wants to make a decision. End of flashback. Interior boutique hotel room. The power fizzles out. Like a caged lioness in the dark, Rayanne contemplates her options. With her phone's flashlight, she slides into her heels. Collecting her suitcase, she vacates the room. Interior hallway continuous. Rayanne's confident stride morphs into a mad dash toward the room at the end of the hall. Menacing shadows follow her. Interior hallway. Day 45 years ago. Early morning sunlight blasts into every pristine corner. The pitter-patter of small feet dart along the carpet. Mother, in her nightclothes, chases after Rayanne, who has already turned the corner. Rayanne, slow down! No! Interior hallway. Rayanne illuminates room 444 with her phone flashlight. William off screen. 444 means good luck and peace, Rayanne. We're going to conquer the world. Taking off her shoes, her toes squish in the carpet. The suitcase hangs in her hand. It bangs into the door as if knocking. Exterior room 444, 15 years ago. Rayanne, in a business suit, takes off her wedding ring and slides it into her pocket. William, in the same outfit from the photograph, opens the door from inside room 444. Rayanne's serious demeanor blossoms. Smiling, she steps into his arms. He takes the suitcase from her, shutting the door. End of flashback. Exterior, room 444. Retrieving the hotel key from her pocket, Rayanne inserts the master key into the door. Her chest heaves, each limb languid. Max, voiceover. Jesus Christ, Rayanne, you wanted this. Leave me the fuck alone. Ever so slowly, she turns the key. Mom, if I need you, I'll tell you. The door unlocks. William. Rayanne. In the shadows, she pushes it open. Clutching her suitcase, Rayanne steps inside the dark room. What took you so long? Aiming her phone light at the voice, she sees William's silhouette. He's perched on the bed. The floral painting hangs on the wall behind him. The room suddenly lights up, as if she stepped into a different realm. Her knuckles clench the handle of the suitcase. William. William's eyes pierce into hers, taking her head into his hands. He kisses her. Surrendering, she closes her eyes. I'm not going anywhere. I can't hold on anymore. Stepping away from him, she takes pills from her pocket. Helicopter police officer, final warning, evacuate now! The suitcase drops, falling to its side. The bright light fades to dancing shadows within the room. William stands before her, as if ready to waltz. Rayanne takes the scalpel from her pocket. We have all eternity. She deeply inhales, bringing the scalpel closer to her neck. Sirens blare, flashing lights creep through the curtains. Bring! Matthew's specific rock and roll ringtone. His photo fills the screen. Rayanne drops the pills. They bounce off the suitcase. Matthew. Light from the phone reflects off of the scalpel, clenched in her other hand. Mom, where are you? The scalpel plummets to the plush carpet. The shadow of William stares at her. He fades further away. With great difficulty, she turns away from him. Mom, please tell me you're okay. I'm better now, baby. I'm much, much better now. She rushes out, leaving William and the suitcase behind. And that's the end of the short script. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is from a short horror script I adapted called Suitcase of Secrets, and the script is called The Suitcase. And so what was so interesting about adapting it, I mean, the script is about 10 pages, and I had a lot of description and a lot of emotion put into that. Well, when you write a script, you can't really write emotion. You have to write action. And it was really interesting kind of changing this over. Oh, hi guys. Hi, Sadiq. Thank you for joining me. And thank you, Stefan. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I wrote this and I've submitted it to a few contests, and it's won, which has been very exciting. And I'm talking to a director, and then I started thinking, well, maybe I want to direct this, but then it'd be fun to play too. Rayanne, you know, she's having all these flashbacks because she's seriously contemplating killing herself, like William killed himself because of her. He was so in love with her, and because she chose to stay with her husband and have a baby and do the right thing, or that was the right thing in her mind, even though she was so miserable, she never was happy. And so she really is going there to kill herself. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. Thank you for compliments. I really appreciate it. So yeah, it's interesting. Suicide is such a weird topic. And I think, you know, honestly, I think at one point or another, when you're living life, you think, what the fuck? You know, there's like all this heavy dutiness. And I think maybe that's a thought people have that just kind of not really consider. But in this particular story, you know, she's carried this guilt around with her for so long, you know, cheating on her husband, you know, this William being so in love with her and never really moving on, that he takes his own life, and she's always felt guilty about it. So I thought this could make a really dark, creepy story, especially with the fires we had here in LA earlier this year, which is hard to believe this year's almost over. There was just so much fear. And I know even in the building I live in, we lost power, and it was like really scary because you had no power, and it was like super windy, and you didn't know if the flames were going to come your way. And that image just stayed with me. And so it was really exciting to incorporate this into a story and then I literally challenged myself to adapt it into a screenplay. I'm currently adapting a horror book. Where is it? Called Much Too Vulgar. Let me show it to you guys. Viggy Parhampton. She's written 3 horror books, and when I read this, I really liked it. And the irony is, I really don't like horror because I'm a total scaredy cat, like really scary cat. And but I started working on the outline for this book because I think it will adapt beautifully to screen. And it's not gory horror. It's like that psychological horror, that essence that can relate to everyone. And I think Alfred Hitchcock really did that well. I don't know. Have you guys seen Alfred Hitchcock before? Let me know in the comments, what your favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie is. I mean, I think Psychos is probably one of his best well-known movies, but I really like North by Northwest and Vertigo. Was it Rear View Mirror was really good. The Birds, definitely The Birds was awesome. Yeah, Birds is totally a dope. I agree. And I heard they're doing a remake of The Birds too. So thanks, Stefan, for that. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm adapting this book. It's on Amazon. She's having an Audible made of it, which is gonna be really cool. But what I liked about it, the main character, she goes through stuff that I think we can all relate to. And so I think that's like the scariest, when you have like this horror happening, and it's like, it's really not that far-fetched. I don't know. So what kind of horror do you guys like? Do you like gore, or do you like suspense, or oh, well, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Anyway, so I'm working on that adaptation, and it's funny because earlier today I found some behind the scenes photos of my very first film that I wrote and directed. This was back in 2019, and it was so scary when I saw the clip. And it was a short, mind you. It was just a really short one. It was so scary, and there were kids in it. I couldn't release it. I couldn't put it out there. And oh wow, would you be down to read my short story on live? Of course I would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, send it on over. I mean, if you want me to read it right now on live, cold read, I'd be more than happy to. Send it to my email. My email is sophialuisalee@gmail.com. SOPHIALOUISALEE@gmail. So yeah, if you want to be adventurous and do a cold read of it, let's do it. That'd be fun. Yeah, so Stefan, fire away. Anyway, so this short film I wrote was before the pandemic, and I found the photos, and the photos were like really creepy. There's a part where I had my throat slit and my eyes were gouged. So the whole makeup job of that was like really crazy. And I showed it on the video, and I posted the reel on TikTok. So if you guys want to check it out, leave your comments. I'd appreciate it. But when I saw the cut, when I saw the cut of it, I got so freaked out. I'm like, yeah, I can't put this out there, especially since there were kids in the movie. And I just went through this whole catharsis of what filmmaking is like. And what's so interesting, I really veered away from writing horror. But the more I start thinking about it, it's like we love stories. We as people love stories. And in the Bible, so many of the stories are horror. I mean, some of the stories in the Bible are really freaking scary. And so it's just the process of writing is so in a way it's kind of like a really, I want to say spiritual, but I mean, because you're like really connecting to source when you write. Anyway, so I have not given up on writing horror. I just started I have a couple scripts in the works, and it's funny because they all kind of go at different stages. Like I said, Much Too Vulgar is one that I'm adapting right now, and these other horror stories. But what I love about when I write horror is not just gore. There is always that relationship involved. I think every story needs to have a love story because one, we're people, we have feelings and emotions, and there are so many things that make us tick. And I think when you tune in to that human nature and then you do something that resonates with other people, but they would never consider doing, I think that's what's the scariest, you know? Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts. What scares you? What scares you guys? And hey, Stefan, if you want to send that script over, let me know and I'll pull it up. Let me know. Anyway, so I appreciate you guys being here with me, especially on a Friday night. It's like, oh my God, it's a Friday, you know? But I'm excited doing these lives. You know, I used to have a podcast. I guess I still do. I just haven't touched it in a while, where I would interview creatives, filmmakers, artists, people who were in the creative flow. And I kind of stopped doing that because I was focusing on other things. And then a friend of mine started doing TikTok lives, and I thought it was just so great. The people that she was reaching out to that, you know, she would never met otherwise. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. So, oh, and thank you for following me. I appreciate it. So yeah, so I wrote The Suitcase into a script. I hope to go into production with that soon. I have another horror film or other horror script called Don't Axe Me. I have a few pages of that. And then earlier today, I got inspired to write another script because someone was looking for a contained piece where, you know, they wanted a very small cast and one location. And of course, when I see stuff like that, I get really I challenge myself. That's one reason why I really like these like 24-hour contests. And oh wait, so yeah, no, I would totally love to read your short story. Send it on over. Yeah, it's sophialuisalee@gmail.com. Yeah, I will check my email right now, see if you guys sent it. Anyway, so this one's called Shadowscape. And I don't know, I have the first, I actually have 20 pages written. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to go and do that. It's 5 characters, and I would love to see what your reactions are if you guys are down with that. It's supposed to be scary, and I think if you don't get the reader in like the first minute, actually, you know, you're kind of screwed. And I think that's one of the most challenging things about writing is you have to have the hook right away, like boom, right away. And that's kind of hard because sometimes you really want to like ease into it. And I think you could do that more. Well, not even with novels, because I have a novel that's with an editor right now. It's called Shadows of the Glass Coffin. I'm really excited about that. And it's like you have to have hooks like for everything because you want people to get you in right away. Oh, Stefan, my email is sophialuisalee@gmail. SOPHIALOUISALEE. Sophia Louisa Lee@gmail.com. And if anyone else on here wants to share something for me to read, I will do it. All right, but you know what? I think this one, let's see. Yeah, I have 22 pages written, but I think I'll read the first 10. I think it goes pretty fast. This is called Shadowscape, and I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Okay, Shadowscape. Exterior, 2-story mansion, backyard, night. An empty street winds up a hill leading to a gated mansion. A dog barks in the far-off distance. All right. Under the cloudless back sky, Jessica, 17, a sassy, sexy, yet adorable cheerleader, makes out with an unseen boy up against a tree hidden in the shadows of the sprawling yard. A few stars in the sky and distant streetlights illuminate the area. Even the house remains dark. The automatic gate opens. Jessica pulls away, straining her eyes to see who approaches. Laughter breaks the silence as it floats through the air. Jessica, Kimmy, over here! Jessica whispers in her lover's ear. Giddy and somewhat intoxicated, Kim, 17, and Ethan, 18, hold hands as they approach. They see Jessica coming towards them. A shadow behind her moves behind the trees. We have beer! Jessica darts toward Kim. They hug. Jessica whispers in her ear. Kim giggles. Jessica darts toward Kim. Oh, I just read that. Ethan catches her eyes. She dismisses him. I lost my place. Oh my gosh, I went from page 1 to page 15. So, oh, you sent League? Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna take a pause because I just accidentally deleted my whole script. That means I have to find it. So yeah, let me, Stefan, I am looking for it right now. This would be kind of fun to get an actual cold read going. No, I don't have it. Didn't come through. Stefan, I didn't get it. Sorry. It's SOPHIALOUISALEE@gmail.com. So sorry about that. That was weird. And I think I lost I lost the script. I accidentally closed it, so bear with me for a minute. Okay. All right. Here it is. There we go. All right. Ethan, there we are. Okay. All right. So Jessica darts towards Kim. They hug. Jessica whispers in her ear. Kim giggles. Okay. Ethan catches her eye. She dismisses him. Jessica, let's go inside. Taking hold of Kim's hand, Jessica leads her inside the house through the back door. Ethan closely follows. When he gets to the door, he turns. Ethan, to the shadows. Dylan, come on, bro. Matt, 17, the football captain, emerges from the shadows, heading towards the open gate. Yo, where are you? Ethan stops short when he sees it's Matt. Sorry, man, I thought you were. See you tomorrow. Yeah, awkward. Matt leaves. Fuck that shit. Kim, baby, where are you? Ethan enters the door and closes it behind him. Interior, Jessica's house, night. Kim wraps her arms around Ethan as she leads him to the stairs. Kim, we have the place to ourselves. She leads him up the stairs just as Jessica flies down the steps. For a brief moment, she and Ethan lock eyes. Jessica, my parents' room is off limits. Anywhere else? Enjoy. Ethan and Kim go into a room. Jessica looks at her watch. She makes a mad dash for the door. She opens it. Dylan, 17, reaches for the doorbell. With a bouquet of flowers in hand, he stops himself from ringing it as he sees her. Jessica looks over to him to make sure they are alone. Jessica, glad you were able to make it. We alone? Jessica, all night. She flirtatiously smiles. He enters, taking her into his arms. They kiss. She leads them up the stairs. Hours later, the doorbell rings over and over, followed by banging on the door. No one answers. Frantic knocking continues. Every room in the darkened mansion, eerily empty, except one. Jessica's bedroom. The unopened window reveals a pitch black night. A breeze moves the sheer pink curtains. On the floor of the meticulously perfect and pristine pink room, Jessica's body lays in a pool of blood. Exterior, Jessica's house, night. 10 years later. A car parks before the mansion, which was once Jessica's home. Sarah, 28, in her strapless gown showing off her tattoos on her back and shoulders, gets out of the car. She stares at the house. Well, what are you guys waiting for? Dylan, Kim, Ethan, and Matt, all now in their late 20s, also dressed in formal wear, get out of the car laughing. Sarah leads them up to the gate, now covered by weeds. They all stare at it in drunken reverence. Dylan, Jessica's mom would die if she saw our house like this. Kim, barefoot, sobers up, looking at the once glamorous home outlined by moonlight. Sarah faces them. Casually, she lights up a cigarette. Who's going in first? Oh, hell no. She turns to leave. Ethan, in attack, stops her. This was your idea, babe. Changed my mind. I'm out of here. Matt and Dylan, also in Texas, stare at each other. With a mutual nod, they turn to follow Kim. Whoa, hold up, Caphogs. You guys leave. You each owe me $500. Fork it over. You big babies. A bet's a bet. It was a dare. Well, costing $500 for whoever backs out. Ethan looks to Kim, then to Matt and Dylan. I'm down. He takes his cigarette from Sarah's mouth and opens the gate. It creaks. Sarah's eyes open wide as she holds the gate open. Ethan confidently enters. Matt allows Dylan to go before him. Dylan insists on Matt to go first. Dylan and Matt see Kim sneak away. Together, they each grab one of her arms and bring her back to the gate. Sarah takes out her phone and plays a video. A little reminder, Kimmy? On the video, Kim drinks a glass of champagne as she stands before Sarah, Matt, Ethan, and Dylan. Kim, you all solemnly swear that we will spend the night in Jessica's house. Why the hell would we do that? Let bygones be bygones. Scared? Oh, hell no. $500 says you chicken out before dawn. 1,000 says you're out before that. Oh, God, this is getting good. Ethan? Ooh, all right, 500 that they both don't make it. Sarah turns off the video. Well, see, you can't chicken out. Matt and Dylan step aside, allowing Kim to go in. Ethan waits for her at the front door. The others follow and gather at the front door. Sarah takes out a key. Hey, how'd you get a key? I have my ways. She sells real estate, dude. Ethan takes out a bottle of whiskey from the car. Liquid courage, anyone? Ready? No, neither am I. Let's get this party started, sweetheart. 24 hours. We got this. She lights up another cigarette as she holds the gate open for them. One by one, they go inside. Kim holds out. It was your idea. Fuck. The gate slams shut. Exterior, Jessica's abandoned house. The overgrown yard conceals the pathway to the front door. The group, Sarah, Matt, Dylan, Ethan, and Kim, forge forward. Kim grabs a bottle of whiskey from Dylan and takes a swig. He takes it away from her. Easy does it, babe. You easy do it. Matt senses a fight brewing. Last one in is a loser. Kim cracks up. You drunken Matt. You wouldn't survive a horror movie, let alone this dare. Matt, oh, you mean the one you want to back out of? Hey, come on, it's just a house. It's just a fucking dare. Let's take this party inside, shall we? Yeah, it's just a house. Dylan lingers behind. His eyes scan the area. Sarah steps forward, dragging himself up the creaking porch. The wood groans under her weight, echoing like an warning. It's just a dare, she murmurs. But even she can feel the weight of the house pressing in, like it's breathing. Dun-dun-dun. Okay. All right, that's what I have for now. I will get to the rest later. Or should I go on? Let's see. How about now? Yeah, okay, so this was I'm reading from a script that I actually wrote earlier today. So it's very rough draft. And they say you're not supposed to read stuff that you just started. But I'm like, why not? You know, it's like, that's how we get ideas going and circulating. You know, maybe I say something that inspires you, or you respond and that kind of inspires me. So Stefan, let me check my email. Yeah, hopefully I got it. You know what? I don't see. Oh, short horror. Okay. You sent it as a Word document, right? Let's see. All right, I got it. Okay, I am going to read. I'm going to read Stefan's Stefan's short horror. This is going to be fun. So thank you, Stefan, for sending it. Let me pull it up here. That's taking his time. Let's see. Okay, all right. See how many pages this is. Where to go? All right, bear with me as I'm pulling up Stefan's work here. Where'd it go? Where did it go? It's like figuring it all out. All right, I'm finding it here. Oh, wait, that's not it. It was, my computer's like all over the place. All right, it's pretty short, but I'm looking, I had it up a second ago. I swear, sometimes I think my computer has a mind of its own. All right, let's try this again. All right, that's not it. I think it's because I have like a gajillion things open, which is my bad. All right, I'm just gonna close that. Okay. What did you guys think of Shadowscape? As I'm looking for this, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Man, I do swear, I think this thing really does have a mind of its own. I just saw it a second ago. Notes. Where did it go? Where did it go? Notes. Let's try this again. All right. Notes. I opened it and I lost it. And hi, Andrew. Thanks for joining. I'm in Los Angeles. And thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm waiting for it to open. Open. Come on. Any day now. I mean, I did just have it opened and then I lost it. No, I have a Mac and I closed out everything. So bear with me as I'm trying to open this. Man, it's not opening. Oh, haha. I have like 3 monitors. There it is. Okay, let me move this over here. Okay, found it. This is probably why I lost that document, because I have my desk and I literally have like 4 monitors going on here. All right. No, that's not it. Yours doesn't start with chapter 1. That's okay. Holy moly. I thought it was notes. All right, Steven, bear with me. I'm sorry. All right, yeah. What kind of films do you guys want to talk about? I've been talking about horror films. And, I'm just having a little technical difficulties here. All right, let's see if this works as a the link instead. Oh, yes, I'm over 18. Oh, I've never been on Reddit before. Okay. All right. I've been thinking about using this gun lately. Right? Okay. All right, Steven. All right, I'm reading a short story by Stefan. So thank you. I've been thinking about using this gun lately. You know that, right, bear with me. You know that the pistons are on the up and up, right? I scoffed, thinking that this was the silliest thing I've heard today, even more than the claim that the Spurs had a chance to make the playoffs. Stop with all the prediction bullshit. You never get them right anyways. Ha! I admit my predictions have been a little shaky lately, but this time I know for sure. Brandon poured another shot. It was cheap, low-shelf vodka. The way he drank it like water concerned me. No care in sight. And he always got too drunk. Better slow down before it gets dark. I'm fine, Ken, don't worry. I'm gonna cap it after a few more. A few more? He's been drinking like a fish since we've been here, but with no issues. I'm sure tonight won't be any different. God, I hope so. The Lakers, oh man, they got a good squad. I can see them in the Western Conference Finals for sure. We always love talking basketball. I looked at him and broke a small smile. His eyes were glowing with the moon reflecting off of them. He stared at it for a good 20 seconds before taking another shot. Outside, it was windy. The store rattled from time to time when a huge gust came through. The bottles even clanked near the windows. It was so strong. But I knew that the next 2 hours, everything would be silent, even them. Outside, oh, Brandon was true to his word. He put the bottle down after a few shots. We had no problem with food. The chips and candy bars was what was for dinner, washed down by water. After dinner, we checked the building. It all seemed to be secure. We took our bags and decided to call it a night. As soon as we lay down, the wind slowed down. That's unusual, I thought. It's calming down a lot sooner than usual. Looking outside, I saw the sun quickly retreating behind the earth. Great. In about an hour, they'll come. Or maybe sooner. We've been okay so far here. Why would tonight be any different? Hey, Kenny. Yes? Have you gotten used to this yet? I mean, like being out here, living like this? You get used to it. I'm afraid to sleep tonight. I don't know why, but it feels hard to relax. Like I should be doing something. I want to keep up and watch the windows. My heart skipped a beat. Why do you feel that way? I'm just not tired. Also, I'm curious about out there, to watch outside. I don't know, my head is telling me to. I can't explain it. Not to mention my stomach hurts and my back, more spinal feeling. But I'm also hungry too. We just ate, but I'm thirsty. Just drink a little water and close your eyes. You'll eventually fall asleep, bud. Okay, maybe the vodka ain't sitting right with me. Hey, Leo? What? Do you got any water? I didn't respond. He just refilled his bottle a few minutes ago from the sink. Hey, Court, do you have any vodka? I need it for the water. I closed my eyes shut tight and clenched my jaw while balling my fist till it hurt. It seemed to be getting worse. I'm not sure how to handle it. God, please just let him fall asleep. I don't want to have to worry about him about all night. I don't want to have to worry about myself on top of that. Just sleep, Brandon. I'm begging you. Hey, Josh. I kept ignoring. Hey, Daryl, someone's here. I got up immediately and looked outside. The sun was just leaving us over the set horizon. Quickly, I checked the windows and doors. They were solid as ever with no sign of attempted forced entry. Hopefully, it's just the two of us that were here last night. I wondered if they were just creeping and sulking around as usual, but Brandon was on edge, which made me feel the same. Looking around through the open slots, I seen nothing and heard nothing. They were quiet as mice, but sometimes they slip up and accidentally bang something or knock paint cans over or something of the sort. But then I suddenly heard the sound of someone getting violently ill from the main room. Brandon. As I went back there, Brandon was alert on his feet, standing still with a vodka bottle in his hand, and reddish green, pulpy liquid ran down his jaw. Brandon, what are you doing with that? It's okay. Nothing's here. My stomach hurts so much. I need this right now. I need to heal my gut. He took a swig from the bottle. Then more bloody bile-like substance erupted from his throat all over his sleeping bag. God damn it, Brandon, get rid of that now. Clean yourself up and get some water in you. We need to sleep. I can't. Why not? I'm waiting for the wind. Right as he said that, the wind picked up. It was powerful as all the wooden barricades shook, and the building shook again, this time stronger, as some of the bottles near the window fell and exploded on the cold, hard floor. With my sights on Brandon, I shuffled to my bag and pulled out my fully loaded pistol. I cocked it and aimed it directly at Brandon. Bent expression consumed my face, and I found myself and eyes quivering along with a feeling of euphoria. I heard the worst shrills imaginable and agonizing moans outside the building. They were even coming through the air vents from the ceiling. Brandon took his bottle of vodka and took a huge drink, all the while staring me down. I don't want to have to shoot you. Please don't make me shoot you. Please. Mark, you need to relax and put that gun down. You're gonna hurt somebody. Stop it. Don't do this. You're not yourself. Just think. Remember who you are. Remember what's happened. You're stronger than this. I know it. Just snap out of it. The large plank covering the window to our left broke open, and a strong hand broke through, glass and splinter wood protruding from the hand as it twisted and flailed. I turned and shot a few rounds at the plank. The bullets flew through the barricade as I heard him react. I must have shot him in the neck as I heard blood gurgling and the sound of someone trying to breathe. The blood running down his arm dripped on the dark floor. Then he pulled his arm from the wood, leaving a bigger hole with blood all around it. The stuck glass from his flesh fell to the floor as well. Peeking through the hole from a distance, the man stayed there, gurgling and fighting for his life, but standing still, just a silhouette of shadow outlined from the barely visible outdoors. Just standing there and trying to breathe. Breathing blood in and out of that little hole I caused. After a minute or two, he never moved or stopped. Just him agonizing, breathing, doing nothing else. I picked up a loose board and power drill and quickly screwed the board over the blood-stained opening. After a few breaths, my eyes focused to Brandon. Everything went silent. My heart and hand shaking like it has never before, sweat dripping off my forehead and swinging around my cheekbones into my eyes, eventually dripping off the tip of my nose. I looked over to Brandon, who had the bottle of vodka still on him, until he smashed it over his knee, holding the mouthpiece. He lifted his lips as to take a drink out of the smashed glass. When nothing came from it, he then swirled his tongue in and around it. Becoming angry again, he threw it into his mouth and chomped it. The sound of muffled, crushed glass and cracking teeth was revolting. Fresh blood now pouring down his mouth and dripping on his heaving chest. Slow crunching and struggled gasps filled the night air. He stared at me, unwillingly, unkept, then swallowed. Brandon, I'm sorry I wasn't there when I should have been. I know how bad stuff was for you when your mom passed. Before this nightmarish life. The moans and cries stopped. The blood falling from his hand was slow and rhythmic. Peeking out of the hole, the man was gone. All I truly heard was my heart, and it was pounding like a drum. Then the wind roared like one constant blast. The door broke open. The windows shattered and the barricades collapsed, and the vent caved in from the ceiling. I love you, son, and I am sorry. These words freely and calmly expelled as in a moment of true peace and clarity, a relief, but a strange one, but one that felt unreasonable and unwarranted. Why must it end this way? The final emotions. Brandon's eyes shimmered once more. 2 gunshots rang from the inside of the liquor store into the outside world as the terrible cries began again. Nothing but the sound of the wind swept them away. The end. Stefan, wow, what a story. That was great. Wow, what a great story. Congratulations on writing that, and thank you so much for letting me read it. That was the first time I'd seen that story. Thank you, Stefan, for sharing that. I appreciate it, and thank you for letting me read it. Wow, that would make a great short script too. It's so wild that we get these ideas for stories, and you write them, and it's like you're bringing to life this whole new world. So bravo, Stephen. That was really great, and thank you for letting me read it. I appreciate it. So yeah, if you ever consider writing that a short script, that would make a fun short script. Now, what the difference would be, a lot of that emotional stuff going inside, you really have to show it, which is so interesting. The process of writing a short story versus a script. You still have the same emotions, but you literally write it differently. Oh, wow. It says my live is going to end. Wow. What? This is weird. It says I'm being inactive. Oh, I guess. Whoa. Why am I going? Apparently, it says wow, it says I've been inactive and wants to shut me down. These live things are kind of interesting. So I don't know why it says I'm being inactive. I don't know. I just thought you go on here and you talk to people. So I don't know why it says I'm inactive, but it says I have 5 minutes and then it's like it's going to shut me down, which is wild. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment, say something, so it proves to the TikTok that I'm not here just talking to myself. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. And hey, if anyone else, oh, thank you, Stephanie, for that. Thank you very, very much. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope TikTok doesn't shut me down. Oh my God, thanks, Stephen. I reached a goal. I'm supposed to sing. I don't know what to sing. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you so very, very much. I don't really know because I'm thinking about the story, which I just read. Because in my mind, every time I read something, I visualize it. And I was just like really picturing everything that could be done with a short story. It kind of reminded me of The Purge. Are you there? Okay, it says that you're okay. Hi, Christine. Thanks for joining me. I just read this incredible story by Stefan that he shared with me. I think it's so important that we share stories. One, it takes a lot of courage to actually write something because we as human beings are always so freaking hard on ourselves about everything. And we, definitely The Purge. Yeah, it reminded me of The Purge, the first one, just that tone, that feel of The Purge, where there's that fear when they're out, trying not to get killed. But it was like that intense feel, which I really liked. What inspired your story, Stephen? Stefan or Stephen? Stefan. I would love to know what inspired it. That would be awesome. Anyway, so writing is such a challenge because you're really putting your soul on paper, and then you have that initial thought. So what's going on in your head and your heart aren't always the same thing. So you put it all out there and you think it's like exactly the way it should be. But then when you go back and read it, it's not, or you miss something, or, you see it in your head, but it's not really on paper. And so it really is a process. And I think a lot of times we get so hard on ourselves. Oh, it was I Am Legend. It's really just another zombies. Oh, this is a zombie story? Oh, I didn't. Oh, wow. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Chomping Glass. Yeah. This could be fun to make into a short story. I mean, a short film. Have you considered doing that? That could be like really cool. But I actually kind of saw it. A virus story. Huh. Okay. Well, Stefan, email me. Let's talk more later. Because it looks like they're gonna shut me off in 2 minutes. Why? I don't know. This is weird. I really don't get it. But no, so if you have a story in your head, write it down, definitely, because you could always go back and change it. The hardest part is getting that first draft down on paper. And you did a great job on it. Oh, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. Stefan, I appreciate it. So yeah, let's definitely, if you are interested in turning this into a script, let's talk. That could be a lot of fun. Are you in Los Angeles, or where are you at, Stefan? I know we can communicate on email later. Anyway, well, if just gotta keep writing. Just write. If it's in you, do it. And I started writing scripts in 2015, and you just do it. And I've gone back to read some of my older scripts, and I think, oh my God, that sucks. But at the time, I thought it was great. Just because you're just getting in the process. And I think it's kind of like the spirit realm, as you're writing, because you really are creating these whole new worlds. It's like you're getting deeper and deeper into that realm, which is really exciting. And when you really allow your spirit to connect with that world, you can access so many different types of stories. I never really thought of writing as a spiritual experience, but it really is, because you are literally creating worlds, and in these worlds are these characters that you are bringing to life. And it's just such an incredible experience when you're fully invested in what you're doing. So when you're first laying it out, it's like you have your basic structure, but when you're laying in all the different colors and the details, and I think the more you add in that, it brings it alive. So when someone else can read it, they are entering that world, and therefore they're taking a piece of you with them after they read it, which is one of the exciting things about writing. And then what's even more interesting, when you have someone else read it and they get their interpretation, and then you go to try to create it as either a play or a screenplay, and you get other people involved, and all of a sudden you have like dozens of people taking your work and making it their own. And it's kind of hard in a way. I remember when I wrote my first play, I had a young actress who liked what I wrote, but she decided to make it her own. And she just changed all the dialogue and added so many layers to that character, which was kind of disconcerting to me, because I felt like this is my play, this is my writing. But I think when you're in that process of sharing it with other people, you kind of have to let go of that work. It's kind of like having a kid. It's like you can't hold on to that kid. You have to let the kid get to know other people, the grandma, grandpa, and uncles and aunts and cousins stuff. And that's how the kid evolves. And that's the same thing with writing. When people become involved in your work, they're making it their own too. And so it lets a story breathe and evolve, which is really exciting. So anyway, thank you again, Stefan. And I would love to read more of your work. That would be great. This has really been a fun experience. And I know I said it'd be on for an hour. It looks like I'm getting another message. I'm trying to figure out TikTok still, but be creative, you know, definitely let's keep in touch. And I would love to read more of your work, and anyone else out there who are writers or creators or want to write, don't let anything stop you. Just do it. If there's so many ways to, to go online for structure and all that stuff, all that crap. It's like if you start regimented, it's like, I think sometimes that can really stifle your creativity. You just have to really allow yourself to be in that flow and just let it come out of you, and then move stuff around if you want to, and let like build it like clay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. What is today? Today is Friday. Oh my God, we're in the weekend. This is so awesome. I will be back again live on Sunday. I am going to be, yeah, I will set on my page. Thank you for following me, Stefan. I would love to read one of your works or more of your work. If you want to send something to me, I'll read it on Sunday. Anyone else, if you want to join in or share something, feel free to. And I shot a short film a couple weeks ago now that's in the process of, it's in post-production. It's getting on. There's a lot more work in post than it is actually filming it. And because of that, I came up with an idea for a series. So what's so great is the more you do, the more that creativity expands and grows, and the more you do, which is very exciting. Anyway, guys, thank you so very much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Have a beautiful night. Happy fall. And we're getting to horror season. So yeah, let's read some more horror stories. That could be fun. Get in the groove, because after Halloween we'll do stuff that's more Christmas or holiday oriented and more uplifting and fun. So let's get all out now. All right, guys, thanks so much and have a great night. Mwah.